Chloe Kelly started as a street footballer in West London. She then became a Wembley hero. The girl who left Arsenal as a kid with potential and returned as a European champion. The woman who silenced Germany, lifted England and never backed down. This is the epic journey of Chloe Kelly, a career built on courage, comebacks and clutch goals. Chloe Kelly's story starts in the cages of Ealing. She impressed so much that she got her first Arsenal move at age just 14. By 17, she was already making her senior debut. However, minutes weren't easy to come by, as Arsenal's attacking strength was so strong. She had the spark, but not the stage. So in 2016, she packed her bags and headed up to Merseyside and signed for Everton. She had gone from a fringe player at Arsenal to a regular at Everton, scaring defenders. And in fact, by 2018, had signed for Everton on a permanent basis. She was no longer a prospect anymore. She was a rising star. However, at Everton, she hadn't finished there. And just 2 years later, she packed her bags once again and joined Manchester City, who had ambitions of their own. And straight away she made an instant impact, scoring 16 goals in her debut season. She now had trophies in the cabinet as well, so a true star had been born. However, midway through 2021, an unfortunate event occurred, which led Chloe Kelly sidelined for 11 months.
Well, you can only hope that it is not as serious as it first seemed.
A common injury that occurs in women's football is an ACL, which you might have heard of before. Factually, women just have weaker knees than men, which is why you see it's happened so much more in women's football. And this occurred for Chloe Kelly, which did leave her sidelined for such a long period of time. However, she battled back, and when everyone thought that was her career over, she never stopped fighting and became a true England hero.
In it goes, Bronze right, got the touchdown, Kelly's in there, the goalkeeper's bronze is in! Kelly scores for England! England 2, Germany 1!
That one swing of the boot at Wembley in extra time changed her career completely. She'd already made a name for herself in the women's game, but now she was on the world stage and everyone knew about her, securing England women's first ever trophy, and that celebration is iconic. In fact, on the world stage, she wasn't done there, as in the World Cup, just a year later, in the semi-final, she absolutely buried her penalty against Nigeria. And then it kind of felt like for Chloe Kelly that she had completed the full circle, because now at Manchester City, they have made many reinforcements in their attacking options over the years. So 4 years after signing for them, she made that clear, putting statements on Instagram claiming that she just didn't feel right. In fact, she nearly stopped playing football completely and took a break. She was still producing on the big stage for England. However, the minutes just weren't there for her. And that's when this circle was completed. At the end of the 2024 January transfer window, she made the big decision of returning to Arsenal. But this time, instead of being that young girl with potential to go on and absolutely smash it, she came back as a European champion. And straight away she hit the ground running, scoring big goals and getting big assists in Champions League. In particular, a brace of assists with some beautiful crosses against Real Madrid at home. And then in May of that year, she had the chance to do what she did for England at club level and become European champion. And that is exactly what she did, as Arsenal went on to beat Barcelona in the Women's Champions League final 1-0. And of course it sparked celebration, joining Arsenal as a young prospect and now European champion for club and country. And then just a couple of months later, she did it all over again for England, in the knockout stages against Italy, Sweden, and then in the final against Spain. This is where Clutch Kelly comes from, coming off the bench and making a huge impact in all three of those games. But in the final is where it really mattered most, coming off the bench and taking the final penalty to decide who would be champions of Europe.
It's staying home! The legendary Lionesses, and you have to say,
the now legendary Chloe Kelly.
Fearless. What pressure. So after this moment, not only was she a champion of Europe for country and for club, but she had done it back to back in the Women's Euros. And then that leads on to, well, where we are now in current time. In July, she made her Arsenal move permanent on a free transfer, joining some other ridiculously good talent. It's really hard to see her missing an England call-up anytime soon. And yeah, I think what's really impressive is the fact that she made the Euros team of the tournament without even starting a game. And that's Chloe Kelly's career wrapped up in, 10 minutes? Something like that. If you lot enjoyed this video and want to see another one like this, the easiest way to show me is to like the video and subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.